This is Mario once again with MIA Microflight, and I have been working on this building along with some trees that I show in my other video. But I am printing as we speak the base for this building. This is the fifth building in this layout here for this turbo racing track that I have been showing in my previous videos. I've been working almost non-stop on this project, so I'm going to finish it and assemble it. So I'm very eager to assemble this because I pretty much have all the components, and it's just a matter of getting the 4x8 plywood and then build a platform so that I can house all the wiring and electronics. That's going to be something similar to this layout here with this panel here. There's going to be an angled control board. I still have to finish this, but I've been working on this building and trying to get this going and finish. So I have the base and I have the walls, I have the upper and lower sections, and I have the roof for both sections here. This is sort of similar to the other buildings that I've been showing that I did for this section here. And I was going to do a tubular building here. You can see the structure here. I started that and then I pulled away from this because I felt that it wasn't going to balance this side here on this side of the layout as good as this building is balancing it. You know, it's just this corner here, so I wanted to make full use of that corner, and that's why I decided to do this corner building here. This is actually the one that's going to replace this one. Is just a quick layout that I did here just to get an idea what the building would look like and how it would fit in this area here. So you can see it's just a very simple geometries here, but this is the actual building here, you know, with the base. And the glass sections will also be printed as separate pieces, very similar to the way I've been printing these other buildings here. You know, you can see the layouts here. Anything that's in blue are the translucent blue PLA. So these are the glass sections for these other buildings that I already did. My last one was this one right here, so this one will be the fifth building. After this, I think I'm going to work on this section right here, this dirt area or mountain, and make it a little more organic than this mechanical. This is more mechanical. It's really quickly done here in CAD, you know, just to get an idea, size proportions, you know, to how this is going to look, you know, once I get this layout going. So yeah, unless I can get some other ideas in the process of what I should do here. You know, I would ask my audience, but my audience is very low. You know, these days it's not. I don't have the views that I used to get for some reason. You know, I don't get the views, and I'm not really crazy about views, as I said in many of my videos. But if anybody out there has any suggestions, you know, I welcome suggestions, you know, for some things. I mean, although this is pretty much done, you know, I'm still, I would still like to know, you know, what would some viewers do in this area right here as far as the track is concerned. Once I get the track going, I think I may even change the way this is set up here. I was considering doing this roundabout, just completing this as a full 360 degrees, one loop here, and bringing that around this area here in a sort of a ramp. So come up here, go around one level, and then come down again here with a ramp. I think that would be cool. And maybe put a circular building instead of this tower here, lookout tower or control tower. Maybe put that circular building there, and just go around the roundabout, and with an FPV little camera on these little cars. I think that would look kind of cool. And then move this lookout tower somewhere, maybe on this spot right here, this area right here, or even over here, because I do have some areas here. The other thing I was considering is making the track. Of course, I don't want to make it any wider than 4 feet, because then that means that I have to add extensions to that board. 4x8 is standard sheet of plywood or foam, whatever could be used, to make this track. I may use foam, just 1-inch foam is the top portion, and then build the box underneath, to house all the electronics and wiring. But I was also considering shrinking some of these areas here. In other words, minimizing some of this curvature here that extends all the way here, so that I can have a path for cars, for additional cars that I could automate, as a sort of like an automated track, so these cars can go around the track on their own. So the track would be magnetic, pull the cars around the track, and that would add a little more, I think, a little more excitement to this track, besides the racing portion, which is done via radio control. Almost like a, I think they're called Maga tracks or something like that. That people do with just a chain that drags the cars around, just for some more realistic scenery. So I was considering doing that, in view that I have some pretty nice cars that I bought, some Hot Wheels. I bought these really cool little cars here. I don't like these futuristic ones. I actually bought this for that Porsche, and some of these more traditional styles or models here. Not so much these crazy looking cars here. So there's a good 4 cars here, fairly inexpensive, when you buy it in a set like that. And so I was thinking of automating these, just putting a magnet underneath the chassis and running them with a magnetic motorized chain on this layout here. Of course, that has to be done from underneath. And so it's something that's been on my mind, just to make it, give it a little more excitement. Not so much realism, but more to add to the pizzazz of the track here. So yeah, I'm in the process of, like I said, finishing this building, and so I wanted to capture this on video, and just to make an update to all these videos that I've been doing on this track. This is what I'm working on. I know these buildings are they're not very complex. They're very simple, but they're very elegant in approach, and also in aesthetics. This track will be filled, with some of those trees that I've been showing. Some of the, I am planning on making this a desert theme, with some of these cactus plants and trees that I've been making, palm trees. So this would probably be in that style, but I could still use some of the trees that I show, that I've been experimenting with, in terms of making the trunks. And then this is just a really quick tree assembly, with some basic geometries here. But the tree trunk I've been already printing, as I show in my other video. Oh, here's the tree trunk, one of them. And so I did this so that I can easily attach polyfill fabric on these branches here, and so the tree is easy to print. I don't print these trees with supports because of the geometry. It allows it to print without supports. It starts dripping a little bit here, the filament, when it starts getting to this point here, but once or here I should say, but once it gets to beyond a certain point, it's self-supporting. So I'm not too concerned with some of the drips from the filament when you print without supports, because that's hidden anyway by the polyfill, as you probably note that on my other videos that I show the trees that I've been making. And so some of those trees will be spread out here. I mean, there's most of this layout is pretty much track here, which is what I wanted, because I want to make full use of the space of this 4x8 board for track. I mean, I really want to exploit mainly the length of this board here, because you want to be able to as soon as you get out of a curve here, you want to be able to kick on the throttle and just full throttle and just go the full length. And for that you need lengths, you need straights, but it does have these curves which are going to make it quite challenging, especially in this area right here, coming out of this curve here, whichever way you come in or out. You encounter this tight curve here, and then you go right into another curve here, so that's going to be a little challenging there. But having these long straights really allows for the cars to be fully engaged at full speed. So anyway, this is where I'm at. Stay tuned for more.